Welcome, leaders and practitioners. Today, we are going to explore how to successfully implement and drive adoption for Microsoft's AI apps and services across your organization. Let's get started. Welcome, everyone. Today, we are unpacking how to turn AI from a shiny experiment into a dependable driver of business outcomes. What exactly is an implementation and adoption strategy for Microsoft's AI apps and services? At its core, it is a structured approach that aligns your AI initiatives with core business goals, ensuring technology translates into measurable value. The basics revolve around 5 essential drivers: business strategy, technology and data foundations, AI experience, organization culture, and AI governance. We will use a proven 4-step framework: educate and inspire, assess readiness, map the journey, and build the future. Without this strategy, companies risk creating isolated silos of technology that fail to scale. We are going to dive into how you orchestrate this across your enterprise, focusing on people, processes, and secure technology. Let's examine this diagram, which visually breaks down the 5 drivers of AI readiness. At the center, we have AI business value. Branching out, the first node is business strategy, ensuring our use cases map to actual strategic outcomes. Next is the technology and data foundation, because AI is only as good as the data feeding it. Then we have AI strategy and experience for running disciplined pilots. Crucially, we see organization and culture, which focuses on change management. Finally, AI governance wraps around it all, enforcing responsible AI. Each node is interconnected, showing that you cannot successfully implement AI by focusing on technology alone. So, why do we need such a rigorous framework for Microsoft AI apps like Copilot and Azure AI? The reality is that technology alone will not deliver outcomes your culture and strategy will. If we just hand out Copilot licenses without a plan, we face massive risks, unchecked costs, shadow AI, data leakage, and a failure to achieve ROI. By treating AI as a portfolio of investments, we balance quick wins with strategic, long-term bets. A structured strategy allows us to govern responsibly, ensuring compliance with data privacy regulations and Microsoft's responsible AI principles, like fairness and transparency. Furthermore, it helps overcome employee resistance by providing clear use policies and upskilling pathways. Ultimately, a strategic framework accelerates time to value by providing a repeatable playbook. Take a look at this flowchart contrasting 2 paths. On the top path, ad hoc AI adoption leads directly to data silos, security risks, and ultimately low ROI. We want to avoid this. Now, follow the bottom path, a strategic AI framework. This routes through portfolio management and unified governance, successfully filtering out risks. The outcome is scalable innovation and high ROI. This visual perfectly illustrates why we govern AI. The decision nodes represent the critical interventions a business leader makes, like enforcing access controls and prioritizing high-impact use cases that transform chaotic experimentation into a secure, value-driving engine for the enterprise. How do we actually begin? We follow Microsoft's 4-step adoption framework. Step 1 is to educate and inspire. This means bringing business and technical leaders together to envision how AI can solve real pain points, like revenue growth or operational efficiency. You must secure executive sponsorship. Leadership buy-in is absolutely essential. Step 2 is to assess AI readiness. You cannot navigate to your destination if you don't know where you are starting. This involves evaluating your data quality, security posture, and organizational culture. Are your data silos broken down? Is your unstructured data ready for Copilot to process safely? This phase identifies the technical and cultural gaps we need to close before we deploy a single model. This diagram maps the initial phases of our journey. We start at the executive envisioning node, where leadership aligns on AI goals. From there, the flow moves to secure sponsorship. Notice the parallel processes that trigger next, the readiness assessment. We evaluate data quality, ensuring data is clean and representative, and security posture, verifying access controls are robust. Only when both conditions pass do we proceed to the target architecture phase. If they fail, the loop sends us back to remediation. This visual highlights that readiness is a gated process. We must validate our technical and cultural foundations before we scale Microsoft AI tools across the workforce. Moving to the next step, we map the AI journey. A cornerstone of this phase is establishing an AI Center of Excellence, or COE. This should not be an isolated IT group. It must be a highly collaborative, cross-functional team including business owners, data engineers, ML practitioners, security compliance, and ethics experts. The COE manages the intake of AI use cases, prioritizes them based on business value, and drives change management. You will also set up your landing zones, hear the infrastructure and governance templates required to deploy AI safely. By organizing for success with a clear RACI matrix identifying who is responsible, accountable, consulted, and informed, we break down silos and ensure that every AI project, whether it is Microsoft 365 Copilot or a custom Azure AI app, aligns with our enterprise strategy. This diagram illustrates the structure of a highly effective AI center of excellence. At the apex sits executive leadership, providing vision and budget. Below, the COE acts as the central hub. Notice the spokes connecting to it, business units identifying use cases, data and IT providing infrastructure, security and compliance managing risk, and HR handling upskilling. The arrows are bidirectional, showing that the COE is not a top-down dictator, it is a collaborative engine. It receives ideas from business subject matter experts and provides them with approved, secure tools in return. This structure ensures that AI adoption is unified, scalable, and fully aligned with organizational objectives. Let's deep dive into the absolute backbone of our strategy, AI governance. You cannot have scale without security. We implement a unified governance model consisting of 3 pillars: data governance, AI governance, and regulatory governance. Data governance ensures the quality and access classification of our information critical because Copilot honors existing Microsoft 365 permissions. AI governance involves tracking risks, validating models, and applying Microsoft's responsible AI principles: fairness, reliability, privacy, inclusiveness, transparency, and accountability. Regulatory governance ensures compliance with frameworks like the EU AI Act or HIPAA. We must implement guardrails, automate enforcement like data labels, and utilize tools like Azure AI Content Safety to block harmful inputs. Trust is a business imperative. Look at this block diagram representing our unified governance model. The top block branches into 3 pillars: data governance, emphasizing data quality and access controls; AI governance, highlighting risk management and model testing; and regulatory governance, mapping to legal frameworks. Spanning across these are the responsible AI principles: fairness, reliability, privacy, inclusiveness, transparency, and accountability. The diagram shows arrows feeding into a continuous monitoring loop, indicating that governance is never done. It is an active, ongoing system. By structuring it this way, we ensure that every Copilot prompt or Azure AI output generated is safe, compliant, and trustworthy. Technology is only as effective as the people using it. Our adoption strategy must prioritize organization and culture. How do we do this? First, by establishing an AI Champions program. These are employees embedded within various departments who evangelize AI, help peers write better prompts, and identify grassroots use cases. Second, we must invest heavily in upskilling. Business users need to learn prompt engineering, understanding how to provide context and specific instructions to Copilot. We must empower our subject matter experts, the people closest to the problems, to use low-code tools like Copilot Studio to build custom solutions. By fostering a culture of continuous learning and addressing employee resistance through clear communication, we transform our workforce into an AI-ready powerhouse. This flowchart demonstrates the adoption engine. On the left, we have the workforce. They're guided by 2 main flows: the AI Champions program and targeted upskilling. The AI Champions node branches out to peer support and use case discovery. The upskilling node leads to prompt engineering and low-code tools. Both pathways converge into empowered business users. The final outcome is continuous innovation. This visually reinforces that adoption is a human-centric process. By equipping subject matter experts with the right skills and peer support, we do not just mandate software usage. We cultivate a culture where employees actively pull AI into their daily workflows to solve complex problems. When it is time to execute, our mantra is start small, learn fast. We do not roll out custom AI to the entire enterprise on day one. We begin with tightly scoped, minimum viable pilots designed to run for 6 to 12 weeks. Each pilot is treated as an experiment with a clear objective, defined data inputs, and measurable KPIs. For instance, testing Microsoft 365 Copilot in the marketing department to accelerate campaign creation. After the pilot, we review the learnings. Did it save time? Were the outputs accurate? Did users experience friction? We iterate on these findings, refining our prompts, pipelines, and governance before scaling out. This stage-gating approach mitigates financial risk and ensures that when we do scale, we are scaling proven, repeatable success. Here we have a cyclical diagram illustrating the start small, learn fast methodology. It starts at define minimum viable pilot, showing a 6 to 12-week scope. The arrow points to execute and monitor, where we test the AI solution against clear KPIs. Next is evaluate and learn, which is crucial for identifying what worked and what didn't. This leads to a decision node. If the pilot isn't ready, the loop circles back to refine and iterate. If it meets the success criteria, it breaks out of the loop into the scale enterprise-wide node. This iterative loop ensures that we are continuously improving our AI deployments and only investing in scaling solutions that deliver verified business value. Let's apply this strategy to a real-world use case, transforming customer support. Our goal is to reduce ticket resolution time. Following our framework, the Center of Excellence identifies Dynamics 365 Copilot as the right tool. We run a 6-week pilot with a small group of support agents. The governance team ensures the AI only accesses authorized customer data and knowledge base articles. We upskill the agents on how to prompt Copilot to summarize case histories and draft empathetic responses. The results, a 40% reduction in resolution time. The AI champions in the pilot group help train the rest of the department. Because we started small, verified the ROI, ensured data security, and empowered our users, we successfully adopted an AI solution that directly improved our customer satisfaction and operational efficiency. This final diagram brings it all together with our customer support use case. The flow starts with business need, reduce resolution time. It moves to the COE pilot approval node. Then, the flow splits into governance check to ensure data privacy and agent upskilling occurring simultaneously. These converge into deploy Dynamics 365 Copilot. The AI performs context summarization and response drafting. Finally, we measure the KPI 40% faster resolution and move confidently to enterprise rollout. This visualization proves how the entire adoption strategy from executive alignment and governance to upskilling and phased rollout orchestrates a highly successful, value-driven AI implementation in the real world.